Thank you. What does that mean? Oh.
I'm number 50. Oh, hell no, bro. They're gonna kill us.
I would like to extend a heartfelt welcome to you all. Throughout the day, you will participate in several games.
In fiction. That is what we are talking about today. Okay, understand this. I try to get one scary video out a week because my scary fan base, they become rabid very, very quickly, even quicker than the historical fan base. So I gotta feed them at least once a week. Okay, that is part of the reason why I'm making this. And when I was going down the rabbit hole of what I was gonna make, I was maybe gonna make something like what Trevor Henderson monsters would we actually be able to be. I'm gonna push that one back because I went down a rabbit hole of some of the most terrifying entities in fiction. I'm gonna be real. I just gotta yap about it, okay? And to put it into perspective, everything that we're gonna be covering in this, and I want to have a fast intro. We are covering everything from the Monster House from Monster House, the alternates from Mandela Catalog, the God Hand from Berserk, Fleshgate from the Creepypasta or No Sleep Story Fleshgate, and Mother Horse Eyes. We have a lot that we are going to be covering in this video. If that sounds entertaining, you please consider like, comment, and subscribe. We're trying to get to 250,000 subscribers before the end of the year, 500,000 before the release of GTA 6, and that is only possible with the support of you guys. We also are working on some merch right now. This is like a prototype. I'm still working on a back design for it, and expect something like this to be coming out within the next couple of weeks. If you have a design idea that you want to put it in the comment section down below. But with all that out of the way, let's get into the video. Let's go. Monster House from Monster House. Let me tell you something, bro. I wanted to have a good palate cleanser. I wanted a good way to start this. I think Monster House, at least for my generation, this was a lot of people's first scary movie. Okay, I get nostalgic very, very easily. And I remember when Cartoon Network had movie nights every single Friday. I remember that. And during October, when I was coming home from my little country school, I got walking to my little country home, and I smell pumpkin bread in the air. And I go to the TV, my little this was back when they had like recorders. You turn on the cable TV box, and then boom, you see Cartoon Network movie night tonight, Monster House. Oh, I'm sorry, bro. That was peak life back then. Peak life. Oh my goodness. When you get some little bit of some Little Caesars with some A&W root beer. Ah, I'm sorry, bro. That was peak life right there. It's all downhill from there. I'm just kidding. But dude, Monster House. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I don't know if you could make Monster House for children now. I don't think you could. Monster House is one of those things where it's like, oh, okay, it's a haunted house. Nope. The house is a monster. Okay, the actual house itself is like the monster. The soul of a fallen woman is imbued into the house, okay? And there's this evil dude, not this evil dude, there's this poor guy that's been a widow his entire life because the house secretly wants to bang him, okay? And he's over here telling these little, dude, I'm gonna see the opening sequence of Monster House where this old dude is telling people to get off of his lawn. Do you even want to be alive? Bro, that shit effed me up as a kid because I was like, dude, that would freak me out. I'm not even gonna lie. Only to find out that this poor guy has been stuck in this house, and this house is openly trying to murk children like the like the witch from Hansel and Gretel. And, oh, well, why is that the case? Bro, the wife had the most horrific death of all time, okay? She grew up in a freak show for being the world's biggest woman, okay? And then because my boy was in modern terms, the dude would be known as a torta chaser, okay? He got himself a nice torta. And then he takes this woman as a lawfully wedded wife, okay? And listen, okay? She was a biggin, but she was good. However, this is where the red flag was. She is like straight up homicidal to children. Like hilariously homicidal to children. And these kids were coming up here in the middle of absolutely, are we a minute in? Okay. Butt fuck nowhere and proceeded to throw eggs at this poor woman, only for her to like try to defend it off with some stick right here. And then as she's waddling away with her cankles, okay, well, falling back, she hits the cement mixer, and as she's falling down into the basement, gets buried in cement, and her like body is, oh my goodness, bro. Oh, that is what a horrific way to go out. Bro, being buried in cement? Oh my gosh, that's horrific.
So you don't want to, I was going to
murk
put
kids
PS5, you said no,
I probably
right?
would. And then you're stuck as the house
Are
forever.
you sure?
Oh my goodness gracious, dude. That was effed up. That was effed up. Okay, I'm gonna be real. When I'm looking at Monster House, I think I gotta put it in a little bit of a spooky. I think it's a little bit of a spooky, dude. I think that's a valid placement. A good palate cleanser to start us off. Necromorphs from Dead Space. Okay, I want to limit the amount of game ones I can cover because I talked about Necromorphs so much, and some people do get mad that I do a lot of repeated topics, and to that I say, sorry. Like that's I'm gonna be real. Sorry, buddy. I like talking about this type of stuff. The Necromorphs from Dead Space. I've glazed them from day in, day out. We're not talking about the flood on this one. I talk about the flood way too much. But when I'm looking at the Necromorphs from Dead Space, the design of the Necromorphs from Dead Space, and the reason I want to talk about it again is that there's a story I've never told. I didn't get to play Dead Space 3 until I was 17 years old. And the reason why I didn't get to play it is because I tried to play it one time when I was 12. And when I tell you, I opened up that game, and I saw the first Necromorph spawn in Dead Space 3, I literally audibly said,
To you all. Throughout the day, you will participate in several games.
People, we are gonna complete this game. We are gonna complete this game.
No, we're not.
We wish
Some
you
people
luck.
might die. Some people might live.
Bro, shut up.
The annual trip with friends happens every summer with Expedia. The debate, vacation home.
nope, I'm good. I'm good. Okay,
Squid Games, I can easily survive.
So
For the record, 7.8 out of 10, better than that. I would rate Season 2 better than Season 1. Genuinely. Plot-wise, I would rate Season 1 like a 9, Season
2 is like a 9.2.
But I don't watch this new season. My
We are
mind
gonna
is on
complete the game.
I couldn't help but think, what if Squid Game was real? What if I lived in South Korea? What if I was real?
Pushing.
I was talking about the odds that I would survive Squid Game in the other stream. I would give myself, say it's just a random compilation of the games from Squid Games 1 and Squid Games 2 combined in one winner. I'd give myself a 4% chance. What percent are you guys giving yourself? Higher than, what's 1 out of 456? So your base statistical percentage would be 0.2%. I think I would have like 4% off of skill. Because a lot of it's luck, but there are people that's like, they're definitively losing. Right? If you're old, you're not winning. Regardless of how you see it. If you're like over the age of 60, you're dying because whoever you're fighting in the end is probably going to go.
Instead of an action movie, or horror game, I'll be going over how to survive every single game in Squid Game.
Alright, spoilers.
This series is back. 6 times is enough. Give me my strategy, my game plan, my thought process. However,
okay, if I'm in Mingle, I am killing people. Okay, if I'm in Mingle, I'm saying this right now, that is the game that I'm most confident in winning. I would team up with like 2 people, and if we needed like 1, we split up. If we need 3, we're good. If we need 2 people per room, I would go all in, right? I would be the better man, and I would say you 2 go find a room. I would go up to the smallest person I could find and just grab them. And just throw them in the room, and I'd go, I kept you alive, you're welcome. And then her friend would get shot, or his friend would get shot, and I'd go, I'm sorry, that's how the game, that's how Cookie Crumbles. And then we'd fucking go back out. That's play. Bro, if you're in Mingle, and it's I'm not even gonna try and sing the song, because that's gonna sound fucked up. I'll play the song. Is it copyrighted? This shit, where it's like, and they're spinning. Freeze! And I'm with one other guy. I'm literally turning, and that old lady, that 65, on the shoulder, grab her, like, just taking her, right, and I'm just running into the fucking door. I don't care, bro. Anybody else that she's with, sorry, you're dying. Like, I
The next game.
and then my other friend grabs you, if I get her to stage 3, oh shit, the fucking sun's coming at
Everyone
me,
becomes Squid Game.
right in the fucking nose, boom, knock him the fuck out. Sorry, pal, you're getting shot today.
This YeahImAllen is saying, let's all be Squid Game.
for this, I have to go into these games clueless. I have no insider info.
Yeah, no insider info for sure. Because you would have to put yourself in the position of somebody that's playing the game that does not know what's next.
Oh, I'm not smart enough to predict the games. Not so in short, I have not played these games. And the first game I'll be starting with is
Yo, you die in red light, green light, you're an idiot. Outside of motherfuckers foiling your plan and pushing you, you're a dumbass if you die during red light, green light. I think the biggest way people always die during red light, green light is when somebody gets shot, they're like jolt, and then they get shot. You just gotta be like Frozone, bitch. I'm just gonna be like,
Who keeps pushing me?
You will now be playing Skyfall.
Pretty sweet.
Hydraulic presses moving down from the ceiling. Avoid them and survive the game.
The hell do you mean no pushing? Yes, pushing.
That's why we're outgrowing the competition. You guys know the game, the most iconic one from the show, the first one they played, and we all played it growing up. This one is probably the easiest of the games we're gonna go over.
Green light, red light.
well, in red light, green light, they never know they're playing for money. And if I'm stuck playing till the end, and I knew that prior, I would get behind the biggest guys and push them.
All we gotta do is make it across the field before the timer ends. It's not very common as all says to.
Yeah, they do. They don't know they're playing for money in the first games. Oh no, they know they're playing for money. They don't know that the deaths equal money. In both ones, that's true. In both ones, they do not know that the people
people they kill ups the amount of money they get. They do not know that. If you say they do, you have not watched the show, or you did not read it correctly because you're fucking stupid. In the show, I'm spoiling it,
bro.
I'm spoiling it, I'm spoiling it, I'm spoiling it. When Thanos pushes those 3 people, and he goes, ooh, and he freezes, you can find editor include that clip where he's like, he murders them for fun, right? He knows they're playing for money. He doesn't know that them
Punches
dying
metal for
makes
fun.
him more money. He killed them for fun. He was a psychopath. We'll find out after the first game. I love Thanos. Thanos is one of the best characters in the game.
There are some challenges, some obstacles I gotta take into consideration when doing this.
Who is Thanos? You gotta watch season 2, bro.
Firstly, the initial shock.
And I love when you watch it in sub and then he speaks English, and he goes, "Oh, what's up? My name is Thanos." And then he goes back to talking Korean.
Obviously, at some point during the game, someone's gonna goof around and move. Maybe they tripped, wanted to check the time, had to scratch their balls. All I know is someone gonna move, and we gonna hear a pop.
Why the hell do you Prowler Goku?
Send a lot of people
And you haven't even watched it. Why are you doing
Yeah,
this?
how much you gotta move for them to shoot you?
I don't care. Stop LARPing.
like it's gotta just scan me.
How much movement is considered movement? Obviously, I know I'm not allowed to go into a full sprint when it's red, like the people who just ran away. But what I'm asking is, when the first
So many
elimination
anime
happens,
LARPers,
and some
don't even
people
make
get scared,
sense.
what's the difference between me shaking nervously like this girl who got popped and me straight up
And
flinching
it's
like a
only
son?
animated
Not saying
LARP.
I'm
They
a
watch
dweeb or
everything
I'm not no
else
scaredy cat.
completely.
I'm just saying,
Just
I
that
think it's
anime.
the off chance that the computer recognizes your movement. That it's literally just chance. You don't move. If you move a little bit, the computer might not see you.
Second thing to take into consideration, the people around me. In this game, you're literally playing with 455 other people who are all...
And I'm murdering people at the night, dude. If I'm there till the end, yo, I don't even care that puts a target on my back. I'm getting five people, and I'm going, dude, we're just shanking motherfuckers at night. Like every night, dude, on the hour. Fucking, bro, that's how you live, though. You gotta eliminate the competition.
All competing for money. And these
Just
people,
stop.
let me just tell you, this ain't like grabbing your average Joe Schmo off the street and
You
telling
got it. Really, the best strategy, I mean, it's kind of hard because the people that are gonna be best at the challenges are usually the young people that are in the best shape and everything. But, like, kill them at night. When they're asleep, you go, and they're like, and then you stab them to death with a fork. And then the next game, they're not your competition anymore.
No, to compete. No. These people are
I would like to extend
I'm
the
not even being
heartfelt
mean.
welcome
They're broke or they're
you
broke. They're in debt.
Yeah, they're in like, I think,
Throughout
what
the
is
day,
the average person
you
like? I
participate
think
in
each
several
game, it's like
games.
they're over 100
The
million
winner
won in
of
debt.
all games
Each of them are
will receive
around
a
like
prize.
50,000 to like 2 million in debt.
Whether it was their parlays were in hand, that hot 2-point pumping up, or a few badnesses led us to not even that fat, it don't matter how they became broke. They got slapped to be here. And again, we are
Why is there a stupid naked alien
people who aren't in this much debt already out here doing some
from Stranger Things?
some strange things for money. So best believe amongst these 455
my gosh, that skin is so
some of them are
sharp.
definitely going to be willing to do some egregious things for that cheese. Meaning in this situation, I gotta...
Yo, I fucking hated this kid. Oh, loved her. Hated this guy. Oh, so fucking annoying.
I gotta see every single one of them as an op. Except 222 and 149. Everyone else though, I'm assuming they out to get. So immediately after the initial shock, first thing I'm gonna do is stay at the very back of the group and all the way to the far left side. That way no one can push me from behind. And I also got to click in front of me to cover any potential shivering I might do from the cold. And the good thing about this is this also puts me in a position to attack. Maybe I decide I really want that money. For what reason? I don't know. I'm a grown man. I got bills to pay. I don't know. I need the money. And thankfully, this strategy puts me in a position to do a little shoving, a little pushing, maybe even pull out the forbidden move.
I would be nervous about pushing somebody though, because if you push them too late, then you're moving while they're moving, and then you're also dying. So I probably actually wouldn't push anybody. I would just ensure that I wouldn't be able to be pushed.
I'm gonna do what I need to do. Cause red light, green light, I'm bodying this one. Now the second game, that might be a little more tricky.
I think there's a high chance I would die in the cookie game. I don't have good patience, and I
No,
would
I
be
don't.
shaking because you know that you're gonna die. So you'd be like, I think this is one of the games they portray very badly, because I understand it's a thick cookie, but a lot of people survive in this game, and I would genuinely, if you put 100 people in the cookie game in Squid Games, I think like 90 of them would die. Because you would, even if you have an easy shape, you're going to be like this. Like your hands are going to be, like you're like an 85-year-old man. You're going to be fucking terrified. Like trying to carve out a shape, piss on it. You piss on the cookie.
As a lot of y'all know, in this one, the people playing gotta select one of the 4 shapes on the wall. Triangle, circle, star, and umbrella. Once they do, the shape ends up being the one they have to cut out of a cookie. And while some of you may now be thinking, Derek, that sounds way easier than the first one. What were you talking about? How about you let me finish? The cat...
It is not easier, bro. You have a guy pointing a gun at your head, and you have a timer on how long you have to fucking carve out a cookie.
The catch is, with this one, the cookies in this game are like my heart. Easy to break. And as you can guess, once the cookies are broken, you get the usual pop, like the last game. You understand now? Is why you should have listened. Now, I'll be honest, this one has to be one of the most terrifying ones in the entire series. Like, if you play the Roblox version of this one in Shrimp Game, then you know how scary it can get. That game is unironically the closest we'll get to feeling the terror those characters feel in the show. You'll be carving out your slightly cracked cookie, and the next second hear a little Timmy next to you. No, please, I want my mom. When I'm in this one, my nerves
You can't delete
are
JJS.
all-time high. But before we figure out how to get around this one, first we gotta figure out which shape am I gonna get. Obviously, the hardest shapes are the star and the umbrella, so it'd be better if I choose the triangle or the circle. But
I think circle's the worst.
But walking into this game, I wouldn't know I'm about
Circle's
to
the best.
just like the characters in the show, except Sangwoo.
If I didn't know what shape if you didn't know what shape would you choose, I would probably choose the star. I don't know why, but I feel like I would choose the star. I would probably go with the star or triangle. I would choose circle.
Losers actually bought that emote.
Four shapes on a wall. I'm gonna be honest, triangle and circle are the ones I'm least likely to choose. Circles are too perfect, I could never draw them. And
I want to pick a boring ass shape.
Come on, bro. I ain't Illuminati's. So in a real life situation, I'm probably choosing one of the harder ones. Most likely the star. Star even started me with some of my favorite Pokemons growing up, so it's fitting. Now that
dude, me and Derek same fucking wavelength here, brother.
I have my cookie, it's time to find a way to cut it. As some of y'all know, to get around the brittleness of the cookie, Jihad, after sweating from being so nervous, discovered a trick. He found out he could use
It's like 6 or 7 people left.
I don't know, I think peeing on the cookie might be too much, because then the cookie would crumble from it being too wet. But that could, a little bit of piss could be a good strategy.
Softener for the cookie in order to cut out the shape more easily. And I gotta get the flowers, because in this situation, I'm not coming up with this. Look, I may love sweets, but the last thing I'll be thinking about in a life or death situation is licking a cookie. I'm not Rock Wade. So that strategy is off the table, meaning I gotta do it the old-fashioned.
Hydraulic presses moving down from the sea.
But let me give y'all
Avoid them and survive.
Before I dreamt about being a YouTuber, I actually wanted to be an artist. And I don't mean a singer or a rapper, I mean a Picasso, a Vincent Van Gogh, a Leonardo DiCaprio. Check out the art, check out the art. And as you can tell, I was super talented. So regardless of how much pee I got running down my leg, my hand's gonna be as steady as a pole. And steady enough to cut the shape without having to do any of that licking. So I'm cutting that shape out easily. How am I supposed to prove that to you? Well, alright,
Yo, no, you're not cutting that bitch out.
Cookie looking real clean, looking real nice. As you guys can also tell, it was a test cookie. I ain't gonna stall too much. Let's get straight into it. Alright, so I'm gonna start that timer. Y'all rocking with the South Park BJ? 3, 2, 1.
How long do they actually have in the game? Is it 2 minutes? I feel like that's too short.
A little harder than I thought.
He's not a touch.
Oh my gosh.
Keeping you hydrated is kind of our thing. The watermelon hydration smoothie is back, only at Smoothie King. Summer acoustic deals have
Ain't no way y'all die from this.
Nah, this one would piss me off. This one would piss me off. I mean, maybe not depending on your team, but the tug of war seems so fucked up because you could just genuinely get put on the worst team. You could just get stuck with a shit team, and that's upsetting. You pick your team, yeah, but you don't know what challenge is next. So I feel like when you watch the shows, a lot of the guys tend to pick each other, and it's like strong men pick other strong men, and it works for tug of war. Spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. For Squid Games 2, we'll get into that. You don't want all men for the, what's the one where they're in a circle and it's a rainbow, and you play Tadashi and Goji or Gunji, not Mingle, Six Legs. The pentathlon.
Ain't no way he died, bro. Oh my gosh.
Unlike the other two games, this is the first one where I have to work. The game is simple, tug of war. Y'all know there's a team loses. Very simple stuff. But since it's Squid Game, instead of falling into a pit full of mud or just falling over onto some grass, in this game, you free fall into some concrete. So we don't want to lose this one. And we won. This one is...
Bro, I would be captain of that bitch. I'm telling you right now. I'd be standing in the middle. I get the heaviest motherfucker in the back. I say, bro, you sit on the floor. You sit on the floor. Anchor your fucking feet. Curl your toes into the carpet. And I'm gonna go... We're gonna be on time in this. That's... Because you can't pull. You can't just pull. You gotta be... You gotta have tension, and then you yank. 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 Pause. Yank.
All I gotta do is do what most of the winning teams did and pick a team with the strongest people there. And that's it. I most likely won. The only obstacle here is literally if the other team had the main character.
Yeah, but that only works. I mean, yeah, that's like I can easily survive. Like, he's in a situation, I'm in a situation where I'm a dude, so it's like you could just go, yeah, pick me. But, like, if you're not in shape or you're not a guy, they're not going to want you on their team, and then you don't know what to do.
There's your whole time. You start pulling out that reverse Michael Jackson. That's gonna be tough to beat. Besides that, though, easy wins.
Reverse Michael Jackson.
That'll be a landslide victory.
Welcome to hide and seek.
Please use the machine in fantasy guide to pick in your aim
Would I
and
get,
find the
it
next
depends who I had on my team on whether or not I would try and kill a motherfucker. I would probably stay really low or really high.
He hasn't skipped, he's gonna die.
Push the bunks over, so
no,
I might just
he soft as
stand in a
cupcakes.
and like just wait. You're not a killer. I'm not a killer.
I mean, sweet as cupcakes.
If you're in the face of life and death, you're a murderer. You will kill someone. You say you won't, but you will literally just become. You will revert back to your animalistic ways.
He's as sweet as cupcakes. He wouldn't kill a fly.
But when running's not an option, you will fight.
Around this time is when the game makers decide there's a lot of people left. A little too many. So they decide to...
He wouldn't kill a fly.
Some people will go, and then they'll just get stabbed to death.
He wouldn't kill a
But you
fly.
gotta fight that bitch, bro. You don't want to die. You don't want to die with fear in your gut. You want to die.
I know this isn't a game per se, but it's happened in both seasons, so I'm included. Once the lights are turned off, the dorm the contestants sleep in becomes a blood.
Yeah,
I didn't know that was a girl.
Bloodbath. Pretty much
like a Fortnite tower.
And I'm not gonna hold you. This one may have me a little started. I mean,
Nah, this scene was creepy as fuck.
I mean, these folks are dropping like flies. But although I'm a little scared, I'm making it through the night. Listen, I play pallet shooters and I've seen Revenge of the Sith, so I know how important high ground is in a situation like this. And that's why
Yeah, but they could just knock you over.
my strategy.
Ricky does not look like a guy. What are you talking about?
I don't know how he got up there to this day. And if anyone tries to come up, they get it kicked.
I said Rukia, but okay.
Would you kill Brooke? No. If it was me and Brooke, my strategy would be make me and Brooke final two, and then I would just kill myself. And I'm so serious. Because I wouldn't...
So?
Would I want to not die? Yeah.
That's such a big
But
deal.
I also love
No,
my
he's
girlfriend,
not.
and the guilt that would
Just beat
overweigh
him.
my body forever. I'd probably
Just
just
beat
end up
him.
killing myself. Like, if I would not be able to get through that. Yeah, right, buddy? No, I'm so serious. Because let's fan out the scenario for the people that are like, no, I'd kill my girlfriend. You kill your girlfriend, now you're alive and you're out, you're probably just going to be so depressed for the rest of your life. It's going to be terrible. You're going to have overwhelming guilt forever.
I just know in this situation I'm defending myself unlike...
Oh, it's a free win.
Where...
I was gonna kill this dude.
Oh my god, I hate this kid. No, 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 situation, he goes to Super Weenie Hut Juniors. Minsu is not a goat. He is a loser. Why? Bro. Spoiler alert again. Spoiler alert again. He lets the girl that, like, basically saved his life die right in front of him when he could have just fucking, from the top rope, fucking, boom, boom, just fucking literally paralyzed the guy.
Minsu's the only character whose name is remembered just because he was a bum.
Your fucking friend die. Do something.
You know, in real life, I rarely get mad. Someone could bump into me, accidentally.
Puck and Minsu are both bums.
Step on my shoe. I've been cursed out by crackheads on the
Puck and Minsu.
I was laying on my couch watching this scene.
Whether Minsu is
I almost went Super Saiyan. You are the biggest scary guy. The biggest coward. The biggest.
That's not Minsu.
Like, I understand he is in a situation where, like, yeah, fucking bro, you're fighting for your life right now. This is terrifying. But, like, he had such an advantage in that scene to where he literally could have saved her life and death.
We all thought this dude, after missing that bottle throw, was really like,
Let's save the wuss. That's all you gotta say.
from the top rope.
Yeah! I thought he was about to push the fucking bed frame over and murder him. And he just goes,
I'd rather Usopp than him.
you literally could have fell on him and killed him.
We were all wrong. He just sat there and watched. You know, before there was two characters that I...
What about you and Daisy?
Usopp
well, my dog would
is
be in Squid Games.
garbage.
If Daisy's in Squid Games and somebody killed my dog, I would go on a rampage.
Usopp, Puck, Chopper, Jinbei, they're all bums.
Last stand.
At least when Sangu killed people or let people die, you know he was doing it for the money, for the end goal, for the vision. There was motive. It made sense. But you disgust me. Anyways, where was I?
This game looks scary as shit. This is the worst game to choose.
One with them saying, and it's another one.
The next game will
Where I have to
begin
work with the
shortly.
team. Yeah, I know.
I forgot him. No, dude. Another spoiler alert. This whole fucking thing is spoiler alerts. When she walks up, at one point, this girl is like, for the people that don't really give a shit that I'm spoiling and you're not gonna watch the show anyway, she is like so self-absorbed and thinks that she's like she acts like she's a prophet, right? And that she's like all-knowing. And at some point, she walks up to like the fucking nice old grandma and like the pregnant woman and goes, "You guys are gonna suffer a terrible death." And walks away. I would kill her right there. Kill her right there. Right there is where I'm taking a fork out of my lunchbox and I'm fucking stabbing her in the jugular. You're gonna fucking put a curse on me? She put a curse on him. You're gonna put a curse on me? GG's, buddy. What?
Pacifico is more than just a beer. It's a bright yellow invitation to live like you mean it. Take one.
You spent your money on Bulldog Ramen? Does on get to no, not sub. I don't want to see sub.
Charlotte doesn't want to see what dessert is like. you don't want to fight? You want to see the girls fight? He wants to fight. He's gonna fight me. Stop, bro. He's like, gonna fight me. Stop! I'm not gonna say what the jerk is like. Because you can't have chocolate. You can't have chocolate. That's pretty bad.
The majority has voted to terminate the game. The prize money has been split between all surviving players. Goodbye for now, and thank you for participating.
Stop eating my balls, Stop.
しねえと思ってんじゃねえだろ。
Bro. What makes these bums think I want to watch this and sub? Who do you think I am? I just not watching, bro.
You watch Kazura Baki? Or just Baki Hanbo? Kazura Baki? Oh, don't fight my hands. Get away from me. I'm not going to come near you. You're just cute. Stop. Get away from me. I'm trying to hit you.
Now come clean and admit your crime, you failure.
Yeah, Amelia.
They're not talking to Amelia. That's not Puck. Puck left 2 seasons ago, bro. I think you're a little late.
Read Kazura Baki.
You run my neck, so what's with the special treatment? Hildebrand! I was looking for you! Going that way is dangerous, I suppose! Why are you outside the cage? Beatrice, get away from him at once! It's just as Rom told me. He isn't the Natsuki you all know.
Rom? That means I must not have killed Amelia and Rom then.
That's not true in the slightest! Once I hold his hand, I'll know for sure, I suppose. Even if it's not, he can't be trusted. I should have obeyed Anna's gut instinct from the beginning. I should have come alone. None of this would have happened if I just listened. This is my failure.